Austin Price and Wilbur Marshall, former Chicago Bears linebacker, with us. You have nothing else to wear because the Bears are playing today?
Rocking with the Bears, man.
Representing.
That's right. That's right.
It was Clinton.
Huh?
I thought it was Clinton.
Clinton, is your mic on? Check see if your mic's on, by the way. Okay, we'll start over here with you because that's the greatest you've ever sounded because we couldn't hear you. College football free agency has been rolling. How are we doing in the portal?
Well, defensively, I mean, you got some additions in the back end, corner and safety. You got yourself a running back offensively. You got yourself a quarterback to add to the room, and we'll see how that battle turns out. I mean, you feel some needs. Yeah. I don't know how the quarterback battle is going to work out, but you certainly address the defensive side.
Let's start on the first off the breaking news this evening. Got somebody coming back.
In the last 15 minutes here, young Carter announced he is coming back to Tennessee. Announced he was going in the portal on Friday beforehand just because he didn't know his options.
Right.
I think he had interest from the likes of Texas A&M, Miami, Georgia. But Tennessee started to work to try to get him back. And talking to a couple people over there, as one source told me, he's the one guy that everybody looks to in the building. He is a leader. And getting him back from a leadership standpoint is huge. Obviously, he's got to get healthy. Played most of the year with double turf toe, one of which was really, really bad. He's going to have a procedure. He won't be here for spring, which is free up some reps for a lot of those new guys like Amari Campbell coming in from Penn State to kind of get a lot of run. But to get him back, for Josh Heupel, for Jim Knowles, for William Inge, was a big deal, and I know campus is excited about it.
Let me ask you this: what changed? Because we talked about last week, I think it was, or week before, and that was anybody that announced they were leaving and they were going somewhere else. They were going into the portal. They were out of here. There was no coming back.
There was no coming back once you went in. There's been a few that have announced they had intentions to go in the portal that never actually got, because the school has 48 hours to put a kid in.
Okay.
No one's ever went in and come back out. But there's been a few that have said, I have intentions to enter the portal. They filled out the paperwork. They've not been put in yet because they're within the 48 hours, and then it worked out for them to come back.
You good with that?
Yeah, I understand these players feel like they are valuable, and they have a certain number that they want. And hey, if that school don't want to match that, then they're willing to go into the portal. And that's a negotiation bargain right there to be able to do that, or tactic to be able to do that. I get it from a business standpoint. Not necessarily something I love, but I get it. And I would probably do the same thing if I was those guys.
So back to the quarterback position, we keep hearing about, this guy coming, Lane Kiffin flying in, making sure he keeps his guy. The whole time, I think my question has been, when McIntyre came to Tennessee, he was a 5-star and chose Tennessee over all the big schools. Okay, when Faison...
He's a 4-star.
Okay, when he committed, he was 5.
Yeah, he was 5 then, but 4/5, a bunch of stars.
Yeah.
So, same thing with Faison Brandon. It was a big get to get him.
Great get.
If you're going to get two guys like that, and then when the year's over, you're going to say we need to go spend $4 or $5 million to get a proven guy, then why in the world would a guy coming out of high school say I'm going to?
I agree with you. You have to pick what lane you want to be in, and I'm not saying that Tennessee can't recruit high school quarterbacks and go for the portal, but when you have multiple of them, like Faison and George, it does make it hard or make it a bit puzzling to go and say, hey, let's go try to get this guy for $5-6 million. It's.
If that's the route you're going to do, that's the route you're going to go. Just go that route.
Yeah, I agree. Here's the thing. A year ago, at this time, 1 year ago. Now I wasn't on the show a year ago, but a year ago.
Show's great.
In spirit, trust me.
A year ago at this time, everybody's saying, Jason, Mark,
Chris,
man, Nico's going to have a great year. Man, he's going to crush it. He's going to go pro. Then it's going to be George's time.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened?
Things changed.
What happened? Nico left. In comes Joey, and Joey has the third best passing yardage season in Tennessee history. So, it starts morphing the thoughts of the fans. All of a sudden, they see Mendoza and Carson Beck and all these players that are in the playoff. They're transfers. Transfers.
Yeah.
And so George is an afterthought. Faison, we got to go get us a guy. Well, look at the guys in the portal. They tried with Sorsby. They were never going to swim in those waters. That offer that Texas Tech gave him was massive, and he's a Texas kid. But they took a swing there. They dabbled around in that one. They took a huge swing at Levitt and just didn't land him. After that, I think that when they watched Hoover from TCU or Becht from Iowa State or any of those guys, they viewed them as
Not that much better than what they've already got.
or potentially not as good as what they already have in the room. So, thus things change, right? So the whole they didn't have a plan. Well, they did have a plan.
It just didn't work out.
It just didn't work out. And then once you miss on a couple, then it's like, okay. It's kind of like, the whole Danny White, Josh Heupel thing, right? He talked to James Franklin a little bit, talked to Tony Elliott a little bit. Josh Heupel's the safe pick. Let's go with Josh Heupel. George, Faison, battle it out. Let's see what happens.
I feel like from what I've seen, you guys are more experts than I am, but I feel like defensively is where the focus was, and I feel like they did hit some home runs. If not home runs, some triples.
No, I mean, they need to get better in the back end as far as athleticism, and I thought they did that.
Yeah.
They did a really good job, defensively. I mean, also not disagree about the quarterback stuff, but you asked me about the defense. So
No, go ahead. Hang on, I'll get the defense. Piggyback what I didn't know that was something. Go ahead.
The plan was confusing for me because you made a decision that George is going to have the lead, right?
Right.
Where was the plan last year when George could have played in a game last year, but he didn't?
Right.
Why didn't George play in any game last year? So,
I mean, they're not going to say it. I would venture to say, if he went out there and played too well, does it give Faison pause? At the end of the day, you want them all to get to campus.
can we stop playing the games?
But that's what they do. That's
Just
what
stop
everybody
playing,
does.
Just
Every
stop
coach,
playing the games.
Yeah.
every coach
Play-
before, every coach now.
Just
They all think about the trickle-down effect. You look at Tony pointing at him. He knows you have to think about the trickle-down effect when you're talking about recruits, how it massages players' egos, all those things. I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I'm just telling you that's how they think.
I will say this. I think you always have to have backups ready. I mean, let's look at the Denver Broncos right now in the NFL. They're screwed, okay, because they never got the number 2 guy ready.
You tell me Stidham can't get it done?
They're screwed. So you
Stidham has at least played. George hasn't played at all.
He didn't throw a
and
pass this whole year.
you're entering year number 6.
Correct. No,
9-game
I'm with you.
schedule
I'm with you.
with a redshirt freshman that's playing for the first time.
The best is Stidham's going to go against his old team. A
That's
team that he
crazy to
started
me.
games for.
But see, I'm with you, and that was my whole point about the quarterback situation. We were over there at BA, standing there on the sideline with Heupel, watching McIntyre when he's playing. You're like, this is the guy. You get the guy. Faison Brandon's the next guy. Well, if they're the guy, and if George is putting out the video, which I'm sure you helped him with, but if he does this video that it's a calling to be at Tennessee, play the dude who really is not going to go anywhere else if he is good.
I understand. Austin talked about the playoffs and everybody's looking at the transfer quarterbacks being on most of the teams.
Right.
What you can say about the playoff teams is that they're experienced quarterbacks, except for really one, and that's Julian Sayin at Ohio State. So you're entering this season, which you're expecting.
And so Sayin's exactly where George or Faison would be a year ago, right? Like a year ago, Sayin was where they are now.
The Sayin had the supporting cast. If you're Tennessee, you got to make sure that George has the supporting cast. Offensive line, you added a player there to get better in the interior. I thought that was important. Defensively, you have the wide receivers. Tight end, you added a player. So you have to make sure, if you're going to roll with George, you got to make sure that the supporting cast is around.
And there's the other part of it, and we've got to get to break. There's the other part. We'll wait till February to see what happens with Joey. Is there a chance of another year?
I mean, what do you do?
What do you do? Like, it's simple. If Joey wins, he's right back in, and all of a sudden everybody slide down the bench. I mean, that's just what it is. Like, I mean, that's where we're at. I mean, like, George and Faison are going to battle it out, and I'm going to be quick to preface, like, this is going to be a super competition, right?
What if George beats Joey? Because physically, George is better than Joey.
Listen. George can make every throw they need him to make. The question is can he add the weight? The weight has nothing to do with his ability to play. It has his ability to do with when something happens like Oklahoma and one offensive lineman slides the wrong way.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, boom, you get nailed.
Can you take that hit?
Can you take that hit?
Yeah.
Or if you have a game like Justin Herbert had last week, the offensive line is just getting destroyed by a really good defensive line. Yeah. Can he take the pounding?
Yeah, I got to take a break here. Tony Jones slides in here next. We talk about Tennessee basketball. Obviously, a disappointing result on Saturday as the Vols led for, 39 and a half minutes or whatever it was. He'll join us next on the Food City Locker Room, presented by Garza Law.
Knoxville is my home. I was born and raised here, and I was blessed to raise my family here. This community is one that I'm proud to live in and serve every day. At Ted Russell Ford for over 50 years, we've been Knoxville's hometown dealer. Helping our friends and neighbors own their first car or their dream car or truck has been our absolute pleasure. At Ted Russell Ford Lincoln, we will continue to serve our community because East Tennessee, you've always supported us. Thank you.
Come see us today at either Ted Russell Ford location, Parkside Drive or Kingston Pike, or online at tedrussellford.net.
Hi, I'm Laura Ash. I'm a State Farm agent here in West Knoxville. I love to serve all of East Tennessee for all of your home, car, life, and business insurance. If you need anything insurance related, give us a call at 675-0888.
I'm Tennessee basketball player JP Estrella. Let me give you a tour here of the offices at Knoxville Smiles. Dr. Costa is placing implants with a robot, and it's all done digitally. There's no guessing with this since it's all robotic. Dr. Wilco is the newest addition to the office. He loves to research the latest and greatest in technology, so the other doctors go to him for the newest product information and techniques. Dr. Malone is building teeth in the mouth. To him, cosmetic bonding is more like artwork. He does this without cutting your teeth down. It's all about building them up. Guys, we still have a problem. Do y'all have a bigger chair?
Hi, honey. I know you're super busy right now, but I ordered some ribeyes and a few other things for curbside pickup at Food City. Can you grab it on your way home?
Sure thing, hon. Gotta run. Wait, did you get some of those twice baked potatoes? Okay, love ya. Really gotta run.
Got a lot going on? Let the professional shoppers do the work for you. Just set a pickup time and your groceries will be ready. Try curbside pickup at Food City today.
Oh, sorry. We need dog food, too.
Keep Food City in mind as your tailgating headquarters, whether it's football, basketball, swimming, track and field, whatever it is, high school, whoever it is, Food City, the official tailgating headquarters of the Vols. Tony Jones slides in here, saw the Facebook post. You were there taking pictures of everyone who was anyone at the game on Saturday. The Vols had a lead for 39 and change and then couldn't hold on.
Very disappointing. Very disappointing. And you know what? Kentucky fans, they are front runners. They were not cheering at all during that game. They were not cheering until the last minute of the game. And then the last 34 seconds when they went up with the and one. But very disappointing, especially to control the game, to have a 17-point lead in the first half, and then for that lead to evaporate going into halftime. A lot of the people that was sitting next to me was like, why isn't Jacoby in the game? He got 2 fouls. He can't bring him back into the game. These old school coaches is just not doing that. These new wave coaches will play guys with 2 fouls, and it could be problematic if they pick up the third.
I mean, to see what Kentucky did a couple days ago against LSU, they're not going to quit. They're going to come back out in the second half. They shot the ball well against LSU. You shouldn't be surprised that Kentucky came out in the second half. The lack of toughness, the turnovers, the lack of sense of urgency, just really was mind-blowing from Rick Barnes saying.
What they got, I mean, they pulled within 4 there early in the second half, and then Tennessee, I mean, they couldn't get stops, but offensively they were able to match Kentucky. Like that lead was like 4-6 to 4-6, down to 2, back to 4. And Kentucky was nearly scoring every time down the floor. Yeah. Like I was like, Tennessee's defense can't get a stop to allow their offense to try to extend at all. Kentucky just did whatever they wanted to in the second half in a lot of ways.
Well, Denzel Aberdeen was getting downhill.
A great name, by the way.
Yeah, he was scoring at will. I mean, obviously, Jasper Johnson scored the majority of the points in the first half, and he hardly ever played in the second half. But
right there, the multiple lazy passes by Gillespie.
Well, that was the play right there.
Yeah. And
Colin Chandler, who was 4 for 6 from 3, who made a big impact on the game. What happened? This is what happened. They scored 19 second chance points. That means they shot the ball and then went and got the rebound and scored. And
that means they wanted it more.
Yeah, watching it, Pac-Man out there, they were just quicker to the ball. I was like, wow, They getting every rebound. And then in the last 5 minutes and 38 seconds, we didn't score a field goal.
What jump second grabs you on here, Swain? Can you see that? Get your microscope.
I mean, Kentucky being able to shoot the basketball the way they were from three in the second half, not protecting the three-point line a lot better. I mean, you knew that Kentucky was going to come out and not give up, and they shot the ball well against LSU. And you allow, Aberdeen to kind of rock you to sleep and hit some of those threes at the top of the key. I mean, you allow the other guys to be able to shoot, and their only job is to shoot. That's the only thing they can do is shoot, and you allow them to shoot without making them put the ball on the ground. Like the scouting report, you didn't follow it good enough.
You got to run Colin Chandler off the three-point line.
You have to.
You can't let him shoot threes. And when he was open, he was deadly, and it was in, no question.
Body language to me in this one, sitting there watching, you could see when the body language for Tennessee. How do you change body language? Timeouts, I mean, when you've done this a long time, how do you, when you read it, timeout, guys?
You got to tell them to recalibrate,
Recalibrate?
Yeah, that word.
Trying to help you with the big word.
Yeah, they were, like Austin said, they cut it to 4 one time. It was between that 6 and 4, but they never got within a one possession game, and it did
until they did.
Until it did, and it looked like, of course, the free throws was again an issue. 69% from the free throw line, and then Jacoby Gillespie 8 of 12 from the free throw line. That can't happen.
I mean, it goes down really to mental toughness. I mean, this is why Rick Barnes is thinking about, Jabbar Meshack and Zakai Ziegler. Those guys possess that trait. This team right now, they just do not possess that trait. And that, that speaks to the collapse in the second half. It speaks to the free throw, percentage being as low as it is, the turnovers in the second half. This team mentally is just not tough where they need to be.
It was kind of like watching Stroud, quarterback for the Texans in the playoff game. You saw the body language. You saw the look in the eye. You just need to get to halftime. You need to hit the reset button to mentally get him back in it. And that's how you felt with Tennessee in that game. And the thing is, a few nights before that against Texas A&M, and they came out like gangbusters and never let up.
Yeah, I mean, again, Tony said this before the show, and he's right. Tennessee should have lost to Texas A&M, and they won. They should have beat Kentucky, and they lost. I will continue to reiterate, the one good thing going for this team is Nate Ament is starting to figure it out. He's starting to get more aggressive.
And take over.
He's starting to understand his place. And, again, he's still got to be more aggressive, more forceful, but he's starting to figure it out, which is a good sign. Again, you've got to weather the storm right here in January, but you can't be weathering these storms in February. It's got to be all gas, no brakes. And by the way, I've been trying to figure out how to get your body language better on Rivalry Thursday for years, especially when we're doing Fulton and Gibbs, and we could have been at Maryville Farragut. But I can't win with you.
There's only so much. What we'll do is we'll recalibrate during the break, which is going to be right now, and we'll talk about the week ahead, because now all of a sudden, after dropping the home game, those road games become that much more important. We'll talk about that next.
Knoxville is my home. I was born and raised here, and I was blessed to raise my family here. This community is one that I'm proud to live in and serve every day. At Ted Russell Ford for over 50 years, we've been Knoxville's hometown dealer. Helping our friends and neighbors own their first car or their dream car or truck has been our absolute pleasure. At Ted Russell Ford Lincoln, we will continue to serve our community because East Tennessee, you've always supported us. Thank you.
Come see us today at either Ted Russell Ford location, Parkside Drive or Kingston Pike, or online at tedrussellford.net.
I still have spots on my glasses, even with the most expensive cleaners.
Whoa, AquaClear can fix that.
If I don't squeegee this, I still see spots.
Are you tired of still seeing spots? AquaClear can fix that.
Faded laundry again?
AquaClear can fix that.
I was coming up 75 North. Traffic started slowing and I slowed and the driver behind me did not. I was hit and both of our cars were totaled. The Garza law firm was diligent in the work that they performed for me and with me. I never felt like we were just a job to them. It felt like they really did want to help.
The Garza law firm. Let us help.
No midweek game for Tennessee this week, but on the road at Alabama, then on the road at Georgia right after that, and then Auburn comes to town. So the next 3 games, 3 tough ones.
3 tough ones, starting with Alabama. They got some dudes. Philly-on.
Inconsistent, though.
Well, I mean, they 3-2 now, so they in second. Well, they in a tie for 3rd place. It's a log jam at 3rd place, and we're tied for 10th. At 2-3, but I mean Philly-on, Holloway, and Amari Allen, them cats can ball, man. Them cats can ball, and we got to be able to stop them. Listening to Rick Barnes' show, post-game show, he said we can't stop anybody off the dribble. That was the problem. Kentucky was just going downhill, and Alabama got a bunch of those dudes who can do that.
Man, the good thing, Aiden Holloway is not going to finish at the basket, so because he's small, so you have opportunity to keep him out of the paint, but you can't let him get to the paint and spread out to those 3-point shooters. And we know like Alabama style, they want to shoot threes, they want layups. And the last couple of times Tennessee has played Alabama, Tennessee has pretty much out-toughed Alabama. So hopefully you can do that in this game, but you can't let Alabama get hot.
And they don't have the leader that they had the last few years,
No.
with Mark gone. Do you like not having a midweek game? Is that good for this team, or do they need to keep playing their way out of this thing?
Boy, we would have loved to play on Tuesday or Wednesday after a tough loss like that. We would have. I mean, what's happening now? We as coaches, we putting the pedal to the metal on these guys. We keeping them extra long for film, extra long for practice, and everything they do, we accentuate. We pointing it out to them. Again, Rick said some things that we got so many big guys, but we missing so many layups. We missing layups right around the basket. He talked also about the change in the starting lineup, bringing Carey in for Brown. He said, Felix Apara and Brown are the 2 hardest workers in practice each and every day, but Brown just hasn't been playing well, so I wanted to give Jalen Carey an opportunity.
I want to ask you, the last 2 games, it seemed like Gillespie playing a lot of minutes because he doesn't have that 2-guard sidekick that can go score. Does fatigue play a part in some of the decision-making late in games like we saw the last 2 games?
Well, Bishop Boswell played an unbelievable game against Texas A&M. He had a double-double, and he was one of the reasons they won when he just strong-armed Dominguez to get that offensive rebound and then go to the free throw line. Henderson had been playing well, but 0 for 3 in 6 minutes against Kentucky. We brought your guy in from Israel, for a little stint yesterday. He turned the ball over right away. Rick got him out.
Come on.
I mean, Amari Evans was inconsistent. I mean, Abrams turned it over. He quick hook with him.
Here's the thing: all the things you're talking about are things who have to be fixed. And we talked about this team about you have so many new guys. Everybody does. You've got to get them to gel. I think personally, for whatever it's worth, that having this week of a no midweek game is probably a good thing because you need to talk about the things that aren't going well, get them fixed to start heading in the right direction so you're in the right place when you get to postseason. Agree?
I agree wholeheartedly. You don't have a lot of practice time. You don't have a lot of practice time during the season, but to have this 6-day window, I don't even know if he gave them off today, but to have that 6-day window to prepare for Alabama.
Just fundamentals.
And just try and get cohesive. Hey, if they driving down here, we got to get in the gaps a little bit more. We got to start stunting and make guys not think that they can get to the basket all the way.
Yeah. All right, we got to take a break. We'll talk about keys to this week, or I don't know what we're talking about, but you guys tell me what we're talking about when we come back on the locker room.
Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair is proud to be celebrating 70 years of serving East Tennessee. That's 70 years of old school customer service, trustworthy auto repair, and of course, great deals on tires. Each one of our 5 convenient East Tennessee locations feature family-friendly waiting areas, and you can schedule appointments and search for tires right on our website at matlocktireservice.com. Modern convenience, hometown values. For 70 years and counting, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Hello, I'm Dr. Joel Ash, a Knoxville native and the owner of Ash Chiropractic and Wellness. We would like to help you on every step along your health journey, whether that's chiropractic care, soft tissue work, or diet and exercise help. I'm located in the Renaissance Plaza, and you can give me a call at 865-671-1000.
Hi, I'm Matt Marshall with Exterior Home Solutions.
Hi, I'm Dustin Woodson, also with Exterior Home Solutions.
We are now easier than ever to find, right off of I-75 and Merchants Road.
It's a new location, but the same trusted expertise in roofing and siding that you've come to trust over the past 25 years.
Local quality craftsmanship, licensed and insured.
For the best and most trusted name in roofing and siding, scan the QR code on your screen.
Exterior Home Solutions, when it has to be the best.
Community banking is about location and much more. It's about family. We reside in your community. We are a part of your community. At Commercial Bank, our commitment extends beyond the walls of our branches. It's displayed each day in the opportunities we provide, the money we give back, and the time we commit, all to help improve the lives of the people, families, and businesses that make our communities great. Commercial Bank. Life made better.
I'm a veteran. I had a stroke. I had to medically retire. I filed Social Security on my own and have got denied. I knew I needed some help, so that's why I got the legal help from the Garza law firm. I was always comfortable here. I loved the work ethic that they had. They were there from the beginning. They were there even after my case closed. I would recommend the Garza law firm for any and everyone.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Speaking of Garza Law, wherever you are across Tennessee, Marcus Garza and the Garza Law Firm can help you. Why hire an out-of-state lawyer to handle your in-state issues? GarzaLaw.com. Get the help you need whenever challenges come your way. All right, so no midweek game as we just talked about, so we're going to zip right to what is now a very important game on Saturday. Jason, keys to victory against the Tide.
I think we got to find our toughness. I mean, that goes to making layups around the basket. That's defensively lock it in. Understanding the scouting report, making free throws, got to be physical tough, mentally tough as well. Rebounding, long three-point shots. When you play a team like Alabama, they can shoot a lot of threes, so there's going to be a lot of three-point misses. You can't let Alabama get multiple opportunities, and then you got to limit the turnovers and not give Alabama more opportunities because you know how they want to shoot the basketball.
I'll segue in that. Got to limit second chance opportunities. Giving up 19 second chance points is just not a product to winning basketball. We got to offensively execute late games. We're turning the ball over in really pivotal, important possessions, and that can't happen. And we got to contain dribble penetration. It's been it was bad against Kentucky. We got to do a better job of that.
Yeah, for me, there's no Mark Sears. Sears closed, and so there's no shopping at that retail giant anymore. So that's good news for the Vols because that guy was so good and ran the show, leadership.
You got to find some mental toughness on the road. You're 2-3 right now. You go into a hostile environment.
You do, and let's face it, both efforts on the road have been kind of yeah. I mean, you started decent in both, and then just faded. Like, you've got to find a way. And I Nate Amen on the road. Let's see what he's got. He's come along in this past week with these 2 games. Can he put a third game back-to-back, this one on the road together?
10 seconds. Who you got in the championship game?
Indiana.
I'm going to take Miami because I think Vegas has got everybody right where they want them. We'll see you next week right here on The Locker Room.